Hey there. You ready to dive into something kind of juicy?
Always up for a juicy deep dive. What are we tackling today?
Well, you know that feeling when you've got a head full of thoughts about relationships? Like, how do we balance what we want with what, well, everybody else seems to expect?
Oh, yeah, that inner tug of war between societal norms and what actually makes us happy. It's a big one.
It is. And we've got a whole stack of notes and ideas here, all about how those expectations can clash with personal choice when it comes to finding happiness in relationships. So buckle up, because we're about to unpack those pressures, maybe unearth some aha moments, and hopefully leave you feeling empowered to create relationships that truly light you up.
I like it. You know, what I find fascinating about this whole topic is that it's so deeply personal, right? But at the same time, it's constantly being shaped by these invisible forces, these societal norms we often don't even realize are there.
Totally. It's like they're this background hum we've gotten so used to, we forget it's even playing. So, first things first, let's get on the same page about what we even mean by societal norms.
Right. Define the playing field.
Exactly. So, we're essentially talking about those unwritten rules about relationships, the classic get married, have kids, climb the career ladder script.
The script so many of us are handed before we even know what we're passionate about. And the thing is, these norms, they have this sneaky way of influencing what we think a happy, fulfilling relationship should look like.
100%. It's like in that article you highlighted, don't mistake someone else's dream for your own. I feel like that really sums it up. It's so easy to get caught up in what we should be doing. We've all heard those well-meaning but pressure-inducing comments like, when are you two tying the knot? Or, your biological clock is ticking. I know you mentioned feeling this pressure from your family, and honestly, navigating that can be really tough. It's a balancing act for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's like walking a tightrope between honoring your family's values and staying true to your own path. And it gets even trickier when you start to factor in those deeply personal choices, those individual needs and desires that might not always align with what society says should make us happy. Like you said in your notes earlier, finding a fulfilling relationship is about so much more than checking boxes. It's about shared values, emotional connection, and those things aren't always visible in a picture-perfect societal ideal.
It's about creating a relationship that feels authentic for you, even if it means ditching the pre-approved script. That reminds me of this other article you shared, the one about the 5 love languages. I thought that was brilliant. Have you and your partner ever considered taking that quiz together? Understanding how you both give and receive love could be a game changer.
It's true. It's like giving yourselves a personalized roadmap to navigate those emotional needs. Which actually leads us to what I think is the heart of the matter. How do we balance these societal expectations with what truly makes us happy? What are the tools we can use?
Right, because knowing there's a difference is one thing, but actually bridging that gap is where it gets real.
Exactly. And from all the research we've been doing for this deep dive, it seems like it boils down to a few key things. Self-awareness, open communication with your partner, and setting those healthy boundaries.
Boundaries are huge. It's like you said in your notes, and I quote, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to bend over backward to please everyone else.
It's so important to remember, but it's not always easy. It takes courage, right? To look those societal pressures in the eye and say, thanks, but I'll choose my own adventure.
For sure. It's definitely a process. But the more you do it, the stronger you get, almost like a muscle you're building.
100%. And that courage, that willingness to define happiness on your own terms, that's ultimately what allows you to build a relationship that's really fulfilling. Remember, authentic happiness in a relationship, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's about crafting a love story that feels true to you, even if it ruffles some societal feathers along the way.
Love that. And you know what? This whole conversation has me thinking. We focused on romantic relationships, but these societal forces, they pop up everywhere, don't they? In our families, friendships, even at work.
Oh, absolutely. It's like these expectations are woven into the fabric of, well, just being human and interacting with the world around us.
So much to think about. It's like this deep dive just opened up a whole new can of worms, or maybe a whole new path to explore.
That's what we like to hear. Keep questioning those norms. Keep defining what happiness means to you. That's where the good stuff starts to happen.
It sure does. Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap up this deep dive.
Until next time.
See you then.